So, now your deposition, Mr. Proctor. And I bid you be clear, open as the sky, and honest.
I'm no lawyer, sir.
The pure in heart need no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
Will you read this first, sir? This is sort of a testament. The people signing it all declare their good opinion of Rebecca and my wife and Martha Corey.
Their good opinion.
They are all covenant people, landholding farmers, members of the church. Now, if you'll notice, sir, they have known these women many years and never saw no signs of dealings with the devil.
How many names are here?
91, Your Excellency.
These people should be summoned for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I gave them all my word that no harm would come to them for signing that.
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one present...
All innocent and Christian people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. And I think you will want to know from each and every one of them what discontents them with you.
I think they should be examined, sir.
It is not necessarily an attack, I think. Yet,
They are all covenant Christians,
then
sir.
I'm sure they shall have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants sworn for all of these? Arrest for examination?
We have brought great trouble on these people.
No. Old man, you have not hurt these people if they are of good conscience. But you must understand, sir, that a person is either with this court, or he must be counted against it. There be no road between. This is a sharp time now, a precise time. We live no longer in the dusky afternoon when evil mixed itself with good and befuddled the world. Now, by God's grace, the shining sun is up, and them that fear not light will surely praise it. I hope you will be one of those. She is not hot here?
No, sir, she's not. Remember the angel Raphael. Remember what he said to the boy. Do that which is good and no harm shall come to thee.
Come, man, we wait here.
John, my deposition. Give him mine.
This is Mr. Corey's deposition, sir.
What lawyer drew this, Corey? I have no lawyer in my life anymore, and you know that.
Very well phrased, Mr. Corey. My compliments. You have no legal training?
Only the best, sir. I am 33 times in court in my life, and always the plaintiff, too.
When you are much put upon.
Never put upon, sir, for I know my rights, and I shall have them. You know, I think your father heard a case of mine maybe 35 years ago.
Indeed.
He never spoke to you of it?
No, I cannot recall it.
Strange. He gave me £9 damages. He were a fair judge, your father. Let's see, I had this white mare, and this fellow come and borrowed the mare.
Mr. Corey! In this accusation, you state that Mr. Thomas Putnam has coldly prompted his daughter to cry witchery upon George Jacobs, who is now in jail. But Mr. Putnam states this claim is a lie. What say you to that?
A far from Thomas Putnam, that's what I say to that.
What proof do you submit for your claim, sir?
The proof is there. If Jacobs is declared a witch, he forfeits his property. Now that's the law. And no one has so great a coin to buy so great a piece other than Putnam. Thomas Putnam is killing his neighbors for their land.
What proof, sir? Proof!
The proof is there. Now I have it from an honest man that the day his daughter cried out against Jacobs, Thomas Putnam said that she had given him a bad gift of land.
And the name of this man?
Well, what name?
Why, the man who gave you this information.
I cannot give you no name.
And why not?
You know well why not. I give you his name, he'll lay in jail.
This is contempt of court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely tell us the name.
I cannot give you no name. I mentioned my wife's name once, and I'll burn in hell long enough for that. I stand accused.
And you leave me no choice but to find you in contempt of this court. Do you understand that?
This is a hearing. You cannot clap me for a contempt of hearing.
Oh, it is a proper lawyer. Do you wish me to declare this court in full session here, or will you give me good reply?
I cannot. I cannot.
You're a foolish old man. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. This court is now in...
He has the supreme confidence, sir.
The devil lives on such confidences, Your Honor. Without confidences, there could be no conspiracy.
I think it should be broken, sir.
Old man, if your informant tells the truth, let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he hides in anonymity, I must know why. Now, sir, the government and Central Church demand of you the name of him who calls Thomas Putnam a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale,
you cannot link it more. There's a prodigious fear of this court in this country.
then there is a prodigious guilt in the country. Are you afraid to be questioned here?
I may only fear the Lord. There's fear in the country, nevertheless.
Reproach me not with the fear in the country. There is fear in the country because there is a moving plot to topple Christ in the country.
But it does not follow that everyone accused is part of it.
No uncorrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. Mr. Corey, you are under arrest for contempt of this court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you will be set in the jail until you decide to answer all questions.
Peace, Giles, peace. Prove it ourselves, now we will.
Say nothing more to him, John. He's only playing with us. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, Mr. Love. No effrontery here.
Forgive him, sir, for his old age. Peace, Giles. And I will prove it. Mary, you mustn't cry. Remember the angel Raphael. Remember what he said to the boy. Now hold to it. There is your rock. This is Mary Warren's deposition, sir. I would ask you to remember while you read it that until 2 weeks ago, she was no different than the children are today. You heard her scream. She howled. She swore familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of the women now in jail, tried to win her soul away. And when she refused...
We know all this.
Aye, sir. Aye. She now declares that she never saw Satan, nor any spirit vague or clear that Satan may have sent to harm her, and she now declares that it is the children that are lying.
Excellency, a moment. I think this goes to the heart of the matter.
It certainly does.
I cannot say he is an honest man. I know him little, but in all justice, sir, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. I think you stop now. Send him home and let him come back with a lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord. I dare not take a life without there be proof so immaculate that there not be the slightest qualm of conscience about it.
Mr. Hale, surely you do not doubt my justice.
I have this morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. I cannot conceal it. I must say it, Your Honor. My hand shakes, yet as with a wound. I beg you, this argument let lawyers present it to you.
Mr. Hale, for a man of such terrible learning, you are most bewildered. I hope you will forgive me. I have been 32 years at the bar, sir, and I should be confounded were I called upon to defend these people. Consider now, and I bid you all do likewise. In an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witnesses to prove his innocence. But witchcraft is the ipso facto, on its face and by its nature, an invisible crime. Therefore, who may be a witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot hope the witch will accuse herself, granted. Therefore, we must rely upon her victims. And they do testify, the children certainly do testify. As for the witches, none may deny that we are most eager for their confessions. Therefore, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point, have I not?
This child claims the girls are not true. And if they are not
That
true,
is precisely what I am about to consider, sir. What more would you ask of me? Unless you doubt my probity.
would you not, sir? Would you consider it again?
Let you set your heart at rest.